You lied, so you left class.
Yeah.
For real. Right now,
I'm not going until Beverly's in.
Miss Beverly is there.
All right.
This week. And then said January, sorry. Whether, and he doesn't.
I guess my phone is just slow because it's showing people. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys ready to talk some biz? You guys ready to make some money?
Yes.
Nelson Rodriguez last week, in 3 days, 9,400 AEP. 3 days.
Oh, that's amazing.
The man didn't want the weekend to come. He's trying to break a record. It's on pace. Now, guys, I want to dissect and pull apart everything I talk about. I won't do it as much because we'll be here forever. But Nelson is used to those weeks, right? And then you have a couple weeks where you're not quite where you want to be for whatever reason. And then it falls. He didn't have 11 policies. He had, I think, 7 policies, right? A couple big ones hit because he was in the game at 7 hours of talk time every day, pitching with his heart, feeling, making connections with people. And it fell 9,400 AEP in 3 days. Unbelievable job. Miss Elaine, 6,600 AEP, right? In her second week on the phone, real good job, Miss Elaine. Claire, all right, and basically her second, really going into her third week, but it was only 2 days. 5,700 AEP in 2 days. She had Wednesday approved. Real nice job. Brian and Angela over 5,500 AEP. I mean, guys, we broke 47,000 AEP as a group and submitted biz, right? We got to make sure we do the work to keep everything going through and funding and following up on what we need to follow up on. But that was in 3 days, and that was with 2 or 3 of the new folks not even getting going yet, right? So, it's got to tell you something, right? It's there. The more people that are getting in there, the more people that are getting after it, the more it seems to open up for us. So real good job, Ansel, right? 3 policies on Wednesday, almost 8 hours of talk time, laying down the work, right? Building the foundation. Brian Townsend getting back in the groove for a few weeks is just kind of mediocre at best. And he came through with over 7 hours talk time, over 5,500 AEP. So some real good performances, right? And that's not even that's with some folks not performing where they need to be. So what are we going to do? What are we going to make this last month? What's it going to be going into the new year? What do you guys want from a workplace? Because we have the opportunity to make it whatever we want to make it. And we talk about it all the time. So we got the guys out in Utah, right? All these hotshot tech guys saying, okay, we're ready to help you now. We want to be at 40 agents by February. And that, to me, all that says is opportunity for all of us. But it's what we do with it. There's nothing standing in any of our ways to make it whatever we want to make it. Whatever you want to be here, you're going to have the opportunity to be that here, regardless of what it is. But we got to be the thing, right? We got to be the thing. Ansel and Ann, you guys are being the thing. Ann's pitching with her heart morning, noon, and night. It's fantastic, right? It's part of what is needed. You got to build that stamina to be able to go, to be able to get those no's, to get to those ones where you're pulling the account information and you lose it. It's like, next call, same way, same thing. Connect with the person, right? Get to know about them. How are we feeling in our Mod 4, you folks? Mod 4 is one that seems to come in weeks 3 and weeks 4. You start to realize the importance of Mod 4, right? Up until then, usually, not everybody, you're trying to check boxes, right? We're moving through. We know how important rapport build is. We want to be able to get through the medications and the questions and make sure we're quoting correctly and get a data pull. And Mod 4 kind of becomes a pop, 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 pop. And then we start to realize, wait a minute now. Mod 4's got a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling involved, a lot of accountability, a lot of stuff that makes that person think and imagine and feel situations they've been in or don't want to be in, or what it would be like to be in the situation that they don't really want to be in, and why they're listening to you and have been on the phone with you up until this point. Mod 4 is when they make the decision to act because they know it's important. Up until then, You guys have just been becoming masters at connecting, telling them why, showing them the path, building doubt, telling your stories, connecting. And in Mod 4, they make their decision. Yes, I'm doing this because I'm making the decision to do it. And there's power in that, right? So be aware of it. Think about it. If you have questions on it, ask, right? We've got some guys in here that do an excellent job in Mod 4. Angela, Nelson, Kenny, of course, Mo, right? So make them feel, baby. It's that time of year, okay?
Has this ooh that I hear, and I know he's on.
That's my favorite, right? When it's not even words we say. It's just, ooh, or wow, or it has power, has effect. Ocho will bring his voice way down when he wants to connect, we'll bring him way down here, right? There's power in that tonality and that inflection, right? We've got to do it every time. New folks, you got to keep going. The only way to get to where a Nelson or an Angela or Kenny is knowledge-wise and being able to put up that AEP week after week is to get in the game and keep pounding and keep going and keep getting better, all right? These first couple weeks is about finding your way, and we talked about it a little bit on Wednesday, I believe. There's different ways that happens. There's different ways that we do that, and people learn. The curve comes in different ways, right? Different shapes and sizes. But the one thing that never fails is that believing in yourself. If somebody can do it, I can do it. If I'm in the building, if I'm listening to this YouTube right now, people believe in me, I gotta believe in myself, right? So that's the mantra for today, right? Since I woke up this morning, you know how I am with the energies and all the stuff. We got a full moon on the last day of November, eclipse. I'm feeling all types of abundance everywhere, right? Now, abundance isn't necessarily just about money. But money comes when you're feeling that there's abundance everywhere, okay? You got to believe in yourself, and you got to be aware of it. You got to believe that it's there, and then you got to go after it with everything that you got, right? Mark, I know you're getting after it with everything that you got. The little things are going to click. The pacing in the backside of the pitch, which is another one for new folks, right? We work so hard at getting into everything. Sometimes that backside, the confidence that we have going in starts to become my hope that it works here. Whereas the entire pitch, we've been talking with confidence and authority. That's all they've heard. That's all they've felt. And now we're starting to have I'm Ron Burgundy, right? With a question mark at the end of the things we say, right? No, making statements. This is something they got to do. This is something they have to act on to protect their family, right? And we bring them through. And we bring them through, and we keep going. One of the ways that you learn, Claire, for example, Claire is getting on calls and building rapport unbelievably and just realizing, oh, calls are 3 hours long, right? I gotta cut back a little bit. I gotta have that alpha call control and stay on the road. And that's why it's so cliche with trust the process, but stay within the process. You start to veer either way, right? You're pitching quotes at 32 minutes in. You're not staying in the mods. You're not following up. You're not telling me more. You're not connecting and then telling your story. You're forgetting to praise them. I don't care what they do. Oh my God, you just answered the phone better than anybody I ever heard answer the phone. Find ways, challenge yourself to find ways to praise them, because the easiest thing to let go by the wayside is that overt praising, right? Because that comes from how you feel. How you feeling today? Because if you're feeling good, you're going to be praising. You're going to feel the importance of it. You're going to get the little tingles when you do it, because you're going to hear their voice start to, okay, they're coming around. They're coming around, right? If you're not, you're going to kind of just hit the marks, but you're not going to be doing that little stuff that connects. Make sense?
Practice it in the office too. Walking around, random people.
Praise anything. Praise everything.
Yeah.
I love lamb.
So great.
You really love the lamb? Guys, we're going to be this last 30 days, and I want to talk about today specifically, and then moving in these last 30 days. We have one more small training class starting today. A couple of real talented guys that are going to add a lot of value. That means Miss Mo is going to have a lot of her attention there, right? We got a lot of new folks still that need support. That support can be found through Slack, right? Can be found through Jason and I. I'm gonna have my head down and going, right? I've got 3 meetings with the guys in Utah. I got 1 meeting with another person, some payroll, biz, some other stuff that I'm trying to do to set us up as we move into January 1st. But I'm gonna be watching, right? I'm gonna be doing everything I can to get you guys everything that you need. Jason's gonna be ultra aware out there today, right? He's trying to be QB out there on the floor for you guys, answering calls, getting DocuSigns done, sending welcome packets, listening to my stuff, because when I get angry, I just yell at Jason. Not really.
Nelson even helped me last week.
Yeah, and that was my last one. Thank you, Ann, for bringing me back on track right there. Nelson, Kenny, Angela, right? They're there to help you. If anybody can multitask, it's those guys. But we have the different forms of communication built in for that reason. If you get stuck, if you need something live, it's there. If you need something after a call ends, get an email to me or to Jason or to Mo or to Nelson or to Angela, anybody, right? And we'll get you the best information that we possibly can, because the practice and the putting in the work over and over and over, the repetition of building that stamina up will get you to where you want to be. Every single person here that has done it over and over and over has gotten to where they want to be. Now, once you're there, it's a whole new world. We'll talk about that, right? Because once you're there, it's a new challenge. How do I stay there? How do I do it every week? How do I stay focused, right? A lot of the same things, but new guys, get in there and do this. The only way to do it, right? Miss Beverly, do know. Get in there and do it today. Give it everything you have. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you went through the training. We all need jobs to make money. If you are an insurance agent right now, I mean, this is a gig that you should knock out of the park. Knock out of the park, right? So, I'm fired up, if you can't tell. I'm excited about all you guys, about what we're doing, about where we're going. And for me, it's creation, right? That's where my abundance and my energy comes from. That's where I try to focus it. When I'm focused on creating something, wherever it is, that abundance, those little tingles, they start to come everywhere, right? Gas gets cheaper, right? The sky looks nicer, the air smells better. Abundance is everywhere, right? But you got to be in alignment with it. Words, thoughts, actions. Words, thoughts, actions. If those 3 things are lining up over and over and over, it builds a rhythm. That rhythm cannot be stopped by a call or a situation that might pop up during your day. Can't be stopped. It's only when those 3 things aren't in alignment that you can get all out of whack, right? You're like a human internet buffering. You ever get the slow internet when you're talking and it looks like that's you when your words, thoughts, and actions aren't all in alignment. You heard me?
Yep.
Do you feel it?
For sure.
Mo, am I done?
You got 6 minutes.
Anybody have a story about Thanksgiving that would make us feel? Nothing. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about Thanksgiving that made me feel.
3 minutes.
When I was a kid, I grew up in a real Italian family, right? I don't look real Italian because I'm half Italian, I'm half Irish, right? I got a lot of the Irish features. But I grew up, the whole Irish side of my family, my mom's family had passed away before I was born. So I grew up in the giddiest of Italian households, the Di Giovannis, the Maggios. I mean, it was little Marios running around. And Mamma Mia. We ate every Sunday at my grandparents' house. Okay? They made the sauce, they made the food, stuff that I took for granted when I was a kid, like, oh, I gotta go to grandma's again. Well, since they passed away, no one really makes the food anymore. As a matter of fact, only my aunt and her daughter even have the recipes for the stuff. So every once in a while at Thanksgiving, they pull something out. And my grandma made these rice balls, and I can't even describe them with adjectives. They're my favorite thing that I've ever eaten, and for many years, I just thought they were extinct. Turns out, my cousin's got the recipe, my cousin Jamie. So she's been a nurse on the road for the last 5 or 6 years. Now she has a baby, so she's back home. She hasn't been to any Thanksgivings in like 5 or 6 years. So she's back with her little baby Elliot. I get to see him for the first time, right? A lot of emotion there. I'm excited to see my cousin who I haven't seen. Excited to be at Thanksgiving with some family in a place where, you know, whatever. And she walks in with the rice balls, right? A thing this big full of rice balls, getting ready to drop them in the fryer. And I was like an Olympic sprinter, right? Getting ready to go for it. I didn't care about anything else. And things. I didn't want any turkey. Keep your turkey. Keep your ham. Keep the corned beef, all the casserole, keep it. Just get the rice balls going, right? Get those rice balls going. I broke my own personal record. 7 consumed rice balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a world record holder for most rice balls eaten in one day.
They're also the size of softballs.
Yeah, no, these rice balls are like this. This is no easy feat, all right? I like to see you guys eat 7 rice balls. Now, how did that make me feel?
The next morning,
Well, it made me feel like a kid again as I was eating them.
Yeah.
When I was done eating them,
irresponsible.
oh my God. I still am feeling like I was sweating rice balls out of my face, right?
You want rice balls for Christmas?
Oh, they gave me 7 or 8 rice balls to take home.
You bring them to the office?
And I gave them to my ex-wife and said, take them to the kids. I can't even look at them, right? Because I knew that I would eat them all that night. And I would be even sicker. And I didn't want to feel like that again. I'm like, I'll wait till next Thanksgiving. Scene. That's my story.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Guys, let's go. Let's make money. Incorporate stories. Current events.
Like a 3-page essay, what rice balls have to do with.
They're waiting for you to make them feel.
Good job, guys.
You ready to go, brother?
Kick butt
All right.
today.